Happy Sunday morning. It's a glorious day. It's cool. I mean, it was so cool this morning that I was like, sheesh. It was in the 50s. I'll take it. I'm not complaining. But it felt really good. And now it's like, I don't know, in the 60s. Honey, you have to stay over here. Too many cars are coming. I guess Sunday school's out or something. Or I don't know why people would be this plain. Really plain? I don't know why people would just be cutting through the neighborhood at this time of day. So it must mean that Sunday school's out and the people that are flying through the neighborhood are not going to church. Or maybe they have two services and they went to the early service. I don't know. All I know is it's Sunday morning and about 10 cars have flown by me. It's not right. Oh, there's somebody outside. Hold on. This is behind the salon where I go to get my nails done, but in this wall pretty, so I thought I'd stand here and do a photo shoot at the brick wall. It's really the brick wall behind the dumpster. So anyway, somebody's standing outside smoking, so I'm trying not to make a video in their presence. Hey, you're slinging grass on me. She did something and now I need to find it to pick it up. Hopefully I don't find it with my shoes before I find it with my bag. Dang it. What I get for trying to be silly and doing a photo shoot. Okay, I'll be back. All right, well, everywhere I went this morning, someone was standing outside smoking, and I feel very self-conscious walking around with my phone up in the air, talking to myself. I know that's hard to believe, but I mean, these people are used to me doing that, but I decided to take her on a longer walk this morning up to the salon because I was like, they're not open yet. They don't open till noon. It was 10 o'clock. Why are y'all out here? And why are you in the parking lot smoking? Both of you, all two of you in the parking lot. Why are you out here smoking? So then I decided to go across the side street to the shopping center, and one of the girls that works in the massage place was standing outside smoking. Why are you all smoking? And why are you all standing outside when I'm trying to make a video on a Sunday morning at 10 o'clock? Really, massage place? Are you really open at 10 o'clock on a Sunday morning? Are you? I remember when I first moved here and I took Charlie for a walk on Thanksgiving Day. It was like a ghost town. Everything was closed. The salon was closed. Everything in the shopping center was closed except for the massage place. Excuse me, what you doing in there open on Thanksgiving Day? This is the holiday in America. Do you really? Well, I mean, maybe people did come for a massage on Thanksgiving Day. I don't know. There were only 2 cars in the parking lot. Anyway, moving on. Now I done forgot what I was going to talk about. Dang, flabbit. Oh, yeah. So, I am a little bit, I don't know if you want to call it obsessive compulsive. I don't know if that's what you want to call it. You can call it anything you want to. Okay, maybe I do call it OCD. Maybe I do. I don't know. Maybe it is. I don't like red numbers on my phone. I don't. So when I wake up in the morning, I'll have like 10 on Facebook and 6 on YouTube and 4 on email and maybe even a couple of text messages that came in through the night. And I'm like, cool. So I go and I get rid of all of them, especially on them shopping apps. Oh my gosh, why do you always have to put the red number 1 on there every few minutes? Why? Stop it. Anyway, I go to my email and I clear it out. And I leave it open to wait because sometimes when you open it, even more will come in, right? Yeah. Okay. So I wait. I clear them all out. It's stupid advertisements. Nothing's ever for me to actually read. So I go out of there and I go to Facebook and I clear all those out. And then I go to Messenger and I clear those out. Then I go to YouTube and I clear those out. I like a red number free phone. Yeah. Well, anyway, how is it? Oh, I don't know. A half hour later, I've already got 10 more emails. I mean, I can understand Facebook messages because those come in throughout the day on both of my pages. But what is it with this email sending me 10 more emails, and most of them are from the same place that I just deleted. Stop it. And then I get tired of them, and I go on this unsubscribe. And I unsubscribe everybody because I'm tired of getting messages. But then it seems they somehow work their way back into your emails. But I will say that nothing makes me more anxious than looking at someone else's phone, and they have 4,328 emails unread. I would delete the whole app. I would delete the whole app. I would just be like, I'm done. I can't do it anymore. We got to break up, because I cannot handle 4,382 constantly adding throughout the day. Tomorrow it'll be 4,522, and then it'll be 4,786. I don't know. How do you do it? How do you stand it? I'm just not that kind of person. I have to get rid of them. Yeah. And if I download an app and it starts driving me crazy and I can't figure out how to turn off those notifications, I'll delete it. I don't care. Quit putting them red numbers on my phone. I'm not OCD in a lot of areas, but that is one of them. Yeah. And it needs to stop. Anyway, it's a great and wonderful day here. I haven't done a thing. Well, I mean, I did put my sheets into wash. That counts for something. Okay, and now in the life of Tracy Tries, let's wear our glasses up on our forehead. Okay, so it's fall. Fall makes me want to cook more. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just, I never want to cook in the summer like I do in the fall. So I cook a lot more in the fall is all I'm trying to say with all that. So what I'm cooking right now, you ask, I'm cooking mostly dairy-free caramel sauce. Caramel. In the South, or I say caramel. I would say Georgia says caramel, but somebody's going to come back and say, no, we say caramel, but we say caramel. How do you say it? Caramel or caramel? Like a car, or like I care? See, care. I care for you, so I'm making you caramel. See what I'm saying? No? Okay. Well, anyway, this is a very easy recipe. Now, I do use butter, even though I'm dairy-free, because butter is the fat that rises to the top, or separates. I guess it stays at the bottom, and the buttermilk rises to the top. Either way, I use butter because it doesn't affect my allergies like the rest of the dairy does. So if any recipe has caramel in it, if any candy bar has caramel in it, if any pie has caramel in it, I can't eat it, because caramel is milk cooked down, right? So I found this recipe. It's tried and true. I have done it every fall. I have also made a video on it before, but I decided just to throw it in this video because, to be honest, that other video was probably done at least 2 years ago, and it's in the deep recesses of the videos. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just gonna throw it in this one. It's not a cooking video. I'm just telling you about it, okay? Okay. All right, so we use 1 cup of brown sugar. Is there anything better than brown sugar? I mean, yeah, maybe, but it's so delicious. 4 tablespoons of coconut milk. Now I use, turn it loose, I use canned coconut milk because I actually use the cream that rises to the top. It's always stuck to the lid. I don't actually use the liquid part for this recipe because the cream is where it's at. You know what I'm saying? So I use, oh yeah, forgot I was given directions and ingredients and stuff. 4 tablespoons of coconut milk, canned, but you can use any kind of milk you want. I'm just telling you what I use. 8 tablespoons of butter, which is a whole stick, or you can use margarine if you so choose to. 1 teaspoon of vanilla, but you don't put in the vanilla until it's done. I don't know if vanilla would burn. I don't know why you have to wait till the end, but that be's the directions, okay? And 1/2 teaspoon of salt, which is optional. You don't have to put the salt. So I put all of that in this here pan. It's not a skillet, Tracy. And I have it on about 4, because you don't want to cook it too fast, because caramel will burn. And you just stand here and stir it. You don't want to pull a Mama Shirley and go off and leave your caramel on the stove, because it will burn. And then your children are going to be eating burnt caramel. I can't tell you how many times we had scorched food for dinner because my mom would wander off out into the yard pulling weeds, saying, I'm just gonna go out there and, look at things. And then she would say, oh, I need to pull these weeds. And the next thing you knew, dinner was scorched and she was serving it up. We ate it anyway, we did. And my dad loves burnt food. He does. He still prefers burnt food. I don't know, it's probably because that's all he had for their 60-something years of marriage. Anyway, you just keep stirring. You just want to make sure everything is all blended, and you want to make sure that your brown sugar is melted because you don't want it to be gritty. So look at there, look at there. Doesn't that look delicious? Well, anyway, we just make sure that everything's blended and together and good, and then we'll move it over to the other side that's not hot, and then we're gonna add our 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Do y'all know why we have to add it at the end? Anybody have any science degrees that know why you have to add vanilla at the end? Does it take a science degree to know that? Speaking of degrees and school, this kid, a friend of mine, her son is in 4th grade. His math quiz, he missed this question, and she posted it on Facebook and was like, please tell me why this is wrong. So here's the question. So you had like blocks, 7,777, and it said, paraphrasing, you're in the 700, move it to the right, which would be 70, and then use that in a division sentence. What? Okay, I mean, I kind of do understand it, but I did have to read it a couple of times, like, what? That's all it said. It didn't say that you had to stick with anything. It didn't say that you had to use one of those other numbers. It just said using 70 in a division sentence. So he put 70 divided by 2 equals 35. And it does, right? Half of 70 is 35. It was wrong. And she was like, why is it wrong? They said, well, he should have, I think it was, take the 70 and divide it by 7 and it equals 10 or something like that. And I was like, but that's not what the question said. So I told her that my answer is 12 because frogs are yellow. She laughed. That was my goal, was to make her laugh. But I was like, he took 70 and divided it by 2. Why is that wrong? I don't understand, unless we missed some of the direction that was given in the classroom maybe. But I sent it to my cousin, who was a math teacher, and I said, please tell me how this is wrong, because 70 divided by 2 is 35. She said, well, he should have done 70 divided by 7 is 10. And I was like, or 70 divided by 10 is 7, whichever way it was. I was like, but it didn't say you had to stick with those. Are we wrong? Am I wrong? Is she wrong? I still like my answer, that the answer is 12. I told y'all the answer to everything is 12 because this woman called into the sheriff's office, again, more phone calls calling into the sheriff's office, and she wanted to know what the square footage of her home was. And Mitzi said, ma'am, this is the sheriff's office. And she said, I know who I'm calling. I just need the square footage of my home. And Mitzi said, how would we know that? This is the sheriff's office. warrant division. I can tell you if you have a warrant. She said, I know who I'm calling. I just need the square footage of my home. And Mitzi said, 12. The answer is 12. And the lady said, now was that so hard? Thank you. And she hung up. Okay, so now we have come to a little light boil here. So I'm gonna remove it. I'll slide it over here. You stay right there. And then I'm gonna go get my vanilla. Have y'all ever heard where vanilla comes from? Vanilla extract? It comes from the anal glands of a beaver's butt. If you don't believe me, Google it. See, that's some of that stuff I've Googled, but it's true. Not all vanilla extract comes from beaver's butts. Look it up. Yeah, look it up. Have this in your Google search history, okay? I can't get this open. I'm gonna have to use a knife. Is that a big enough knife? I should probably put on my glasses to do this. Just need a little cut there so I can get it to, oh, for Pete's sake. Come on now. Oh, dear Jesus in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Okay, don't worry about it, Tracy. And then we add one, what is that? Teaspoon. What is this? Half a teaspoon. So I'm gonna put 2 of these. It's always best to double check because I have added too much. 2 of these. Okay, and now I am just going to stir that vanilla in, and then I'm gonna let it sit and cool. And once it cools some, I'm gonna transfer it to a mason jar. So I'll be back. All right, now to finish up, what is extracted from a beaver's glands is called castoreum, and it said it can be found in artificial vanilla extract, but that it's labeled as natural flavoring. But it's more commonly found in your perfumes. That's very comforting. Isn't it? Isn't that comforting that your natural flavorings are secretions from a beaver? And that's in your perfume that you're spraying on your body. Anyway, that's it. That's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Remember that I love you and Jesus loves you, and I hope he's coming back soon because these people be crazy. And I will talk to you on the next Tracy Tries, okay? Love you. Mean it. I'm hanging up first. Bye. First.